We've all been there. You click a link, and then you wait. The screen freezes, and your patience runs out. Building a web application without a clear system is a lot like running a disorganized restaurant. If the chefs are trying to cook, take orders, and seat guests all at the exact same time, the customers end up with food practically thrown at them, and everything grinds to a halt. The Next.js app router gives you the architectural blueprint to stop the chaos. It's a set of rules and tools that bring order and speed to your code, allowing you to serve millions of visitors smoothly. The official documentation is thorough, but we can navigate it easily using a simple framework. Think of it as your menu. Map it out, employ the staff, nap the groceries, and upgrade the decor. When you structure your application like a high-end dining experience, the result is a site that loads instantly and holds together, no matter how crowded it gets. Step 1 is mapping out your space. In the documentation, you'll see installation and project structure. This is the equivalent of renting the building and setting up your floor plan before anyone walks through the door. Inside that floor plan, you have layouts. These are the permanent fixtures, the tables, the chairs, and the navigation bars that stay exactly where they are. Then you have your pages. If layouts are the tables, pages are the specific meals. The meal changes based on what the guest orders, but the table itself never has to move. Next.js handles the pathways between these tables automatically. Because it pre-optimizes how pages link together, guests can request a new meal and it appears instantly without the entire browser needing to reload. By defining what stays put and what swaps out, your code remains clean. Even when thousands of people sit down, the architecture supports the crowd. Now that the floor plan is mapped, we have to a staff. A major feature of Next.js is that it splits the work into two specific roles, so your user's device doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting. Server components are back-of-house chefs near the database. They process heavy data, sending lightweight HTML to the dining room. Client components are front-of-house waiters in the browser, handling interactive clicks. The rule: interactivity goes to waiters, data stays in the kitchen. For years, developers sent bloated code straight to the user's laptop, making the browser do all the cooking. The app router rejects that entirely. Because the server handles the heavy processing, the user gets a faster website. Your data stays secure, and you save their battery life. Next up are the N and the U, nabbing groceries and upgrading the decor. When the documentation talks about fetching and mutating data, that just means acquiring raw ingredients and updating what's on the menu. Caching is extreme meal prep. The server prepares a complex dish once, storing it as a solid block, handing exact copies to thousands of users. But data changes. Revalidating automatically tosses old meals and fetches fresh ingredients seamlessly behind the scenes. If a recipe fails, Next.js uses built-in error handling. It isolates the specific broken component so the rest of the restaurant keeps running smoothly. Finally, we upgrade the decor. Out of the box, the framework automatically compresses your images, optimizes your custom fonts, and builds your search engine metadata. You don't have to manually configure these performance tweaks. The framework handles the infrastructure, leaving you completely free to design the specific features that make your app unique. When it's time for deployment, you're ready for the grand opening. Your thoroughly prepped application goes live to the world, often with a single command. And as Next.js releases future versions, upgrading the framework feels like a seamless overnight remodel. Your site stays live while the underlying tools get stronger. Those agonizing seconds spent staring at a frozen screen waiting for a page to load become a thing of the past. By defining clear layouts, separating the back of house from the front, and automating the heavy data work, the app router turns chaotic web development into a structured, reliable experience. Open up your terminal, type npx create next app, and click the link to the official documentation to start building your own.